Hello viewers, hope you all are fine. This is Dr. Sudhamoy Behura, HOD Environmental Science, Raghunath Jeev Degree College, Cuttack, and I welcome you all to this new video that is based on your AECC 1 Environment Study and Disaster Management. That is the compulsory paper for all the plus 3 first semester students of BA, BCom and BSc stream. Okay, so this is our fifth lecture of unit 3 and I have already covered everything or up to unit 2. Every class is covered, that is according to your syllabus. I have arranged every class as per your syllabus, new syllabus. Okay, so you just go through your syllabus and you search any chapter in my channel, you will get that. Okay, along with your previous year questions, then your important 1 mark questions, everything you will get in this channel. Okay, so this channel name is Environ World for Students by Dr. Sudha. You can search this channel in YouTube and you can watch each and every chapter in this channel. So before going to the today's discussion, which is based on your NDMA, HDMA and DDMA. So if you can remember, in our previous class, we have discussed about your institutional arrangement for disaster management in our lecture number 4, isn't it? So NDMA means National Disaster Management Authority, SDMA means State Disaster Management Authority and DDMA means District Disaster Management Authority. Okay, so today we will discuss in detail about these three organizations. One is on national level, another is on state level and another is on district level. Okay, so before going to the discussion, I would definitely like to request you all to who are new to my channel or who are regularly watching my channel but till yet you have not subscribed the channel, so please subscribe my channel and like and share among your friends so that all can be benefited from these contents. Okay, because in near future your examination will come in every college and you have to appear for internal examination consisting 20-mark questions paper, and then in your university examination you have to appear 80-mark question paper, isn't it? So in which 1-mark questions will be there, 2-mark will be there. Okay, so 1-mark questions, some important sets I have already uploaded in this channel. You can go to the playlist on the name of MCQ. Okay, on your AECC 1 Environment Study and Disaster Management, and you can watch there. I have already uploaded 5 to 6 sets of 1-mark important questions. Okay, so now let us discuss our today's chapter without any further late. Okay, so you see here we will first discuss about the national level organization, that is NDMA. National level means it is situated in the center, means nation means in India government under it is coming. Okay, so NDMA, that is National Disaster Management Authority, is constituted under your DM Act. DM Act means Disaster Management Act that was enacted in the year 2005. Okay, and the DM Act 2005 brought National Disaster Management Authority as the apex body. Okay, apex body means head at national level. Okay, the act lays down institutional and coordination mechanism at the national, state, district and local levels and provide for establishment of disaster response and mitigation funds. Okay, so we have already discussed about these institutional arrangements in our previous class. You perhaps gone through that. If you have not yet watched that, so go to my previous video and watch that so that you can understand it properly. Okay. So disaster response and mitigation funds are also there in state level, in central level. That is discussed in that class. Okay. So there are two national level institutions. One is your National Disaster Management Authority. Another is your National Executive Committee, that is your NEC. Okay. And similarly, there are two state level institutions. One is your State Disaster Management Authority, SDMA, and State Executive Committee, that is State SEC. And there are one district level institution, that is District Disaster Management Authority. Okay, these are very much important for your exam point of view. Okay, because now again COVID is coming back, so disaster management preparedness will again be there. Okay, so you have to understand and learn all these things. So here you see the legal institutional framework. Okay. So first one is your central government. Look here, if it is not visible, then you just listen my words what I am telling and you can properly understand. Okay, so central government. Under central government you have your nodal ministry. Okay, one is your nodal ministry. Okay, then you have state government. Okay, so under nodal ministry you have your NDMA, means what we are discussing now. NDMA, that is National Disaster Management Authority. Okay, and under that nodal ministry again you have NDRF also. Okay, and under state government you have uh, district administration. Okay, under which your panchayat, then your municipalities, then your DDMA means District Disaster Management Authority, then your under NDMA you have SDMA, and under SDMA you have DDMA. Okay, so these three will be discussed in today's class. Okay, so next come to this. So this is a state level disaster management coordination mechanism. Okay, so it is state level. State government, this is state government, then state executive committee, then relief commissioner, nodal department, then state department or your line agencies, then your agencies with disaster management responsibilities. Okay, then state disaster management authority, national disaster management authority. Okay, all these are your state level disaster management basic institutional framework. Then national disaster management is constituted under, I told you that in 2005 under your National Disaster Management Act. Okay, and it is headed by the Prime Minister. Okay, and under the DM Act 2005, the NDMA as the apex body for disaster management, and it shall have the responsibility for laying down the policies, okay, plans and guidelines for disaster management. Okay, so what is the responsibility of your disaster management authority? That has the responsibility for laying down the policies. Okay, so this is one important thing, that laying down the policies, plans, they have to plan accordingly how to mitigate the disaster, and they have to lay down some guidelines also for disaster management. Okay, for ensuring timely and effective response to disaster. Okay, then the guidelines of NDMA will assist the central ministries. Okay, So whatever guidelines will be made by the National Disaster Management Authorities, it will help or assist the central ministries, central departments and state also to formulate their respective disaster management plans. Okay. Then it will approve the national disaster management plans and disaster management plans of the central ministries or departments. Okay. And it will take measures as it may consider necessary for the prevention of disasters. Okay. So these are the main functions and responsibility of your National Disaster Management Authority. Okay. Then send your the vision of National Institute of Disaster Management is to create a disaster resilient India. Disaster resilient India means I have already explained to you in my previous classes that resilience means suppose some disaster happens or some your loss happens to the property and life, then resilience means the capacity to come beyond that destruction, okay, or to again come back from that disaster. It is your disaster resilient India. Okay, by building capacity at all levels for disaster prevention and preparedness. So the NIDM, that is National Institute of Disaster Management, okay, has built strategic partnership with various ministries and departments of the central, state and local governments, academic, then research and technical organization in India and abroad also for your multilateral international agencies in disaster management aspects. Okay. Then it provides technical support to the state governments through the disaster management centers, okay, and in the administrative training institutes of the state and union territories. So presently, if we will see the data, then presently it is supporting as many as 30 such centers, okay, means disaster management centers, okay. How much? 30, okay. Then 6 of them are being developed as centers of excellence in the specialized areas of risk management, okay. So one is your flood, earthquake, cyclone, drought, landslides and industrial disasters, okay. Then let us see some important functions of your disaster management authority functions. So the National Disaster Management Authority was established to follow the functions as they have implementing policies related to disaster management. So this is the important page, you remember this. I have already also told this here in the previous slide. Here I have already told this, but these are the discussion made point wise. Okay. So you remember these points. Implementing policies related to disaster management. Then approving various plans like national plans, then plans by different ministries and departments of the Indian government, then other plans related to the national plan, and laying down guideline for state government authorities in accordance with the state plan. Then laying down guidelines for different government authorities in order to integrate the preventive measures for the disaster or attenuation of its effect in their development plans and projects. Then another important function is coordinating with the workforce and implementing the policies or plans necessary. Then recommending the provision of funds necessary for mitigation. Mitigate means what? The meaning of mitigation is to take some steps to combat or cope with disaster, that is mitigation. Okay. So then depending on the central government providing aid and support to the countries in need. Okay. Then another important function is laying down guidelines and broad policies for the functioning of the National Institute of Disaster Management. These are some important functions of National Disaster Management Authority. Then organizational structure, that is the Prime Minister is the ex officio chairperson of the NDMA. So who is the head of the NDMA? Prime Minister. Remember, this is one important short question. Then the Cabinet Minister is the Vice Chairman. Then the NDMA Secretariat headed by a secretary, and he is responsible for providing secretarial support and continuity. And along with this, NDMA has 8 ministers of state as its members. Okay, so this is the organization structure of your NDMA, means members of NDMA. Okay, then come to the State Disaster Management Authority, that is your SDMA. Okay, so Odisha profile we will see. Okay, so we know that Odisha is a state on the eastern seaboard of India, isn't it? Our state is located at the eastern part of the country. So its total area is 1,55,707 square kilometer, and it is divided into 4 geographical regions, that is Northern Plateau, Central River Basins, Eastern Hills and Coastal Plains. Okay, and we have total 480 kilometer coastlines. These are all important informations. Okay, remember this. So its population was 3.67 crore as per the 2001 census. Okay, after that we have already calculated 2011 census, and now it is next we are on the foot of next census. Okay, so the population is almost 4 crores. 4 crores. So administratively, the state is divided into 30 districts, 58 subdivisions, 314 blocks and 103 urban local bodies. Okay, and the average density of population comes to 236 per square kilometer. So this is the profile of our state Odisha. Then come to the ORC natural calamities or hazards. So all the hazards are categorized into 2 types. One is widespread hazard, another is localized hazard. So widespread hazard means that is drought, flood, cyclone, tidal disasters, earthquake, then volcanic eruption, then heavy rain, heat wave, all these are widespread. Okay, widespread means they are frequently occurring and they are also localized in different parts of our country. That's why it is known as widespread. Then localized means your tornado, hailstorm, fire accidents relating to communication and transport services, then lightning, thunder square or thunder squall, then virulent epidemics like your coronavirus, all these things. Okay, then locust menace, pest attack. Okay, other calamities are coming under your localized calamities. Then State Disaster Management Authority, that is your SDMA. It will internally approve the state plan. Okay, so the function of State Disaster Management Authority is to approve the state plan in accordance with the guidelines laid down by the NDMA. Okay, so NDMA is the national level disaster management body and state level is working under NDMA. Okay, so it coordinates the implementation of the state plan, recommended provisions of funds for mitigation and preparedness measures are reviewed development plans of the different departments of the state. Okay, to ensure the integration of your prevention, preparedness and mitigation measures. Then the state government shall constitute a state executive committee, okay, to assist the SDMA. So the state government will constitute a state executive committee who will assist the state disaster management authority in the performance of its functions. Okay. So the state executive committee will be headed by the chief secretary to the state government, and the SEC will coordinate, state executive committee will coordinate and monitor the implementation of the national policy and the national plan and the state plan. Okay. Then look to the function. So state disaster management authority, that is SDMA, that will constitute SDMA, or state government will constitute SDMA. Then chief minister is the chairperson. Who is the chairperson? Chief minister. And 8 other members to be nominated by the chairperson. The chairman of the state executive committee is the ex officio member and chief executive officer, and chairman may designate the vice chairman from among the members. Okay, so this is your most important for your SDMA. Okay, so you have to remember this or setup. Okay, means SDMA constructions. Who are the member and the who is the head? Okay, so you have to remember these things. This page is important, and also this another was there, like your construction of NDMA. Okay, that page also most important. So look here, this was the letter of government of Odisha regarding the member selection of your SDMA. Okay, so that was from government of Odisha Revenue and Disaster Management Department, and that notification was held in the year 2013. So look here, this is the State Disaster Management Authority SDMA Odisha, which shall consist of the following. Okay, so here you will get the detailed data from official letter. Look here, Chief Minister, he is the chairperson. Okay, then Minister Revenue and Disaster Management, he is a member. Then Minister Agriculture, Minister Finance, Chief Secretary. Okay, then Development Commissioner or Additional Development Commissioner, he will be a member. Then Secretary Home Department member. Then Secretary Department of Water Resources, he is also another member of this your SDMA. Then your Secretary Revenue and Disaster Management Department. Then Special Relief Commissioner, he is also another member. So how many members? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 members. Okay. So chairman is the chief minister. Then vice chairman is the minister revenue and disaster management. Then there are other 8 members, 8 ministerial staffs from different departments. Okay. So then function of SDMA. This lay down the state disaster management policy, approve the state disaster management plan and disaster management plan of the department, then approve the disaster management plans prepared by the departments. Okay, then lay down guidelines to be followed by the departments for integration of measures for prevention of disasters and mitigation in their development plans and projects, then coordinate the implementation of the state plan and recommend provision of funds for mitigation and preparedness measures. Okay, so after the survey of the state disaster management authority, they recommend the provision of funds. Okay, then review the development plan of the different departments, then review the measures taken by the departments of mitigation, capacity building and preparedness, and issue necessary guidelines also. Okay. Then the chairperson of SDMA, who is the chairperson? Your chief minister, isn't it? So the chairperson of SDMA shall, in the case of emergency, have power to exercise all or any of the power of the state authority subject to ex post facto ratification of SDMA. So the chairperson or our chief minister has the power to exercise any function which is discussed above at the time of emergency. Okay, so these are all about SDMA. Then come to the district level, that is DDMA. Okay, District Disaster Management Authority, DDMA. So each state government shall establish a district disaster management authority for every district in the state. Okay, so DDMA will be headed by the district collector or deputy commissioner or district magistrate, as the case may be. Okay, and with the elected representatives to the local authority as the co-chairperson. Then the state government shall appoint an officer not below the rank of additional collector or additional district magistrate or additional deputy commissioner, as the case may be, of the district, to be the chief executive officer of the district authority. Okay, and the DDMA, that is District Disaster Management Authority, will act as the planning, coordinating and implementing body for disaster management at the district level. Okay, and they will take all necessary measures for the purposes of disaster management in accordance with the guidelines laid down by the National Disaster Management and State Disaster Management, means the your NDMA and your SDMA. So DDMA is an district level organization which works under the State Disaster Management Authority, and State Disaster Management Authority works under the National Disaster Management Authority. Okay. So District Disaster Management Authority, who will construct? So here state government will constitute the DDMA. Okay, the collector will be the chairperson. These are the, everything is discussed here. Okay, but these are the gist, means point wise. It will be easy for your remembrance. Okay. Then President Jilla Parishad will be the co-chairperson. Okay, and the chief executive officer of the Jilla Parishad, SP, CDMO will be the ex officio members. Then the two other district officials can be nominated by the state government. Okay, then state government shall appoint an officer not below the rank of ADM as the chief executive officer of DDMA. Okay, so here another letter, that is constituted in the year 2010, okay, by the government of Orissa Revenue and Disaster Management Department, and it is about the state government do hereby establish the District Disaster Management Authority for the district of Anugul. So this letter is for Anugul district, but in every district the nominated members will be as same. Who? That the first member will be the collector and district magistrate. He will be the chairperson. Okay. Then chairman Jilla Parishad will be the co-chairperson. Okay. Then superintendent of police, that is SP, will be one member. Then chief district medical officer, CDMO, will be another member. Then the executive engineer in charge of embankment, that will be, or he will be another member of this DDMA. Then ADM in charge of emergency, he will be another member, that is chief executive officer. And executive engineer rural development department, okay, he will be one member. Then project director DRD, district rural development authority, okay, he will be one member. Then Deputy Director Agriculture, he will be another member. Okay. So this is the by the order of governor at that time in 2010, R.K. Sharma. Okay. And here also how many members? 8 members. Okay. Along with chairperson and co-chairpersons. So powers and functions is your to prepare district management or disaster management plan for the district, then implement national policy, state policy, national, state and district plans, then identify vulnerable areas of district. What do we mean by vulnerable? Is discussed in our second lecture. Please go to that video if you are not able to understand this particular term. Okay. Then ensure guidelines for prevention of disasters, okay, are followed. Then give directions to different authorities at district level. Then lay down guidelines for prevention of disaster. Then monitor implementation of disaster management plans prepared by different departments. And they are also plan or prepare guidelines to be followed by different departments, and they review the preparedness and state of capability and organize specialized training programs for disaster management, then facilitate community training and awareness programs, then set up and maintain the mechanisms for dissemination of early warning. So what is early warning? That will be discussed in the next lecture. It is there in your syllabus. You will learn details regarding early warning system. Okay. Then some other function is to coordinate response mechanism during any disaster. Okay. So what do you mean by disaster, and everything is discussed in my lecture 1 of unit 3. You can go to the playlist and watch there. Okay. Then ensure departments prepare their response plans in accordance with the district response plan. Then advise, assist and coordinate the activities of different departments. Then provide necessary assistance and advice to the local authorities. Then review development plans. Examine the construction in any area in the district. Identify building and places which could be used for disaster mitigation. Then stockpile relief and rescue materials. Then provide information to state authority. Then encourage involvement of NGOs. Then ensure communication systems and any other functions as state authority may assign. Okay. So the district disaster management authority have to act as per the function or the duty assigned by the state authority. Okay. So my dear viewers, these were all for today's video on your NDMA, your SDMA and DDMA. And for your kind information, these all are very much important for your examination purpose. Okay. So both long question, short question will come in your examination. Okay. So prepare accordingly and be ready for your examination. So bye for today, and we will meet in our next video with some other contents. So till then, bye bye and take care, and please don't forget to subscribe, like and share the channel. Okay. So we will meet in the next video. Thank you all.